atmosphere of fear is somewhere being created in the state today. Meanwhile, former Chief Minister Mr. Basavaraj Bommai said that it's a cold-blooded murder. Members of the Jain community also protested today in Belagavi. They've been demanding that action should be initiated against the accused, which would be the most stringent, and they're also seeking protection for all the Jain monks. Meanwhile, Acharya Kamakumara Nandi Maharaj, a Jain monk, was brutally murdered, according to the police, over a financial dispute. This, of course, happened at the Belagavi district in Karnataka. The police have also already arrested two people here. Narayana Basappamadi and Hassan Dalayat are the two people who've been taken into custody. Now, as far as politics in this particular matter, it's peaking. First, let's listen to all the political reactions that have been coming in on the story.
CBI inquiry kodi. ಇದೊಂದು ಸಂದೇಶ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಇಂಥದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಯಾರು ಸಹಿಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಿಷ್ಪಕ್ಷಪಾತವಾಗಿ ನಿಷ್ಠುರವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ತನಿಖೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತಂದು ತಾವು ಸಿಬಿಐ ಎಂಕ್ವೈರಿ ಕೊಡಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಏನು ಬರ್ತಿದೆ ಬರಲಿ. ಸಿಬಿಐ ಬಹಳ ನಿಷ್ಪಕ್ಷತೆಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ತಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂತ ಹಲವಾರು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಜಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದ್ರಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವರು ಯಾವುದೇ ಅಪರಾಧ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅವರೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಷ್ಟು ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಬಿಐ ಕೊಡಿ. ಸಿಬಿಐ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಆ ಕೊಲೆಗಾರರನ್ನು ಹಿಡಿಬಹುದು, ಅದರ ಹಿಂದಂತ ಷಡ್ಯಂತ್ರ ಮಾಡಿದವ್ರನ್ನ ಹಿಡಿಬಹುದು, ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಗಲ್ಲಿಗೇರಿಸುವಂತ ಶಿಕ್ಷೆಯನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಕೊಡಿಸಬಹುದು.
ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಲಾಖೆಯವರು ಸಮರ್ಥರಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಇಲಾಖೆ ಸಮರ್ಥರಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅವರನ್ನ ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ತನಿಖೆ ಶುರುವಾಗಿದೆ. ತಕ್ಷಣ ತನಿಖೆಯನ್ನು ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಅದು ತನಿಖೆ ಶುರುವಾಗಿದೆ. ಅಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲೇ CBIಗಾಗಲಿ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಏಜೆನ್ಸಿಗಾಗಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅಗತ್ಯತೆ ಕಾಣೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಸದ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಇಲಾಖೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತನಿಖೆಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ತನಿಖೆ ಮುಗಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಸತ್ಯಾಸತ್ಯತೆಗಳು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
Well, to discuss now more about this, Anand Gurumurthy from the BJP, Aishwarya Mahadev from the Congress party, also Vijay Grover, senior journalist from Karnataka, all of them are joining us on the broadcast. I'll first come to, the BJP spokesperson here, Mr. Anand. More importantly, let me ask you, we've already heard the former Chief Minister, we've heard some of your leaders already speak in the assembly, but many of them are saying different things. Some of them are demanding a CBI probe. Some of them are saying ISIS is behind this. At this point in time, the police has come out and given clarity as to what has happened. So, what is the primary demand here, and what is the suspicion that the BJP has here in this case?
See, once somebody speaks in the assembly, that's the final demand. Let there be a CBI probe. The reason is some kind of, a fear-mongering is going on in Karnataka state as soon as Congress government has come into governance. And one more thing is they have to educate the youths, especially through media. I want to tell the youths, nobody can protect you from any crime. No politician can protect you from any crime, be it a Congress politician, BJP politician, or any politician. That is very important, which the youth should understand. Because see, some of the Congress people are trying to instigate youth saying that, no, you do whatever you want. Like this, things are happening in Karnataka. So for this reason, our ex-chief minister, Mr. Basavaraj Bommai, clearly told in assembly that let this go to CBI so that everybody gets understanding here that nobody can be protected in the state because of political affiliations. So this is very much important in this. And I am sure Mr. Siddaramaiah, who has also been a chief minister in the past, he understands this and he, initiates a very good probe in this. And whoever is the culprit is punished maximum in minimum time. That should happen. Then only people of Karnataka will be, feeling secure under this government, which is already showing a lot of distortion in their administration.
Okay, let me bring in Aishwarya here. Aishwarya, this is what the BJP is saying. They want the CBI probe. Could you give us more clarity as far as the stand of the government here? Are they open to a CBI probe in this particular matter?
Good evening,
or do you even
Deepak.
find
I think first and foremost, please allow me to offer my deepest condolences to the entire society that has suffered the death of a very wise and one of pillars of society in Belagavi, and second, also offer the strongest condemnation against this act of violence against a man that is supposed to be beyond the mortal realm and whatnot, and serve society so deeply in a religious perspective. So, Deepak, the fact remains that the Karnataka government has taken decisive action. The Home Minister has gone there. The ministers of the community, the district in charge minister, have promptly reacted on this matter. People have been apprehended in this case as well. And when Anand speaks about fear mongering, let's be honest, the BJP is the one, whether it's our guarantees, whether it's law and order, the BJP is the one that keeps talking about this idea of fear and this fear psychosis. And I believe it is completely untoward for the BJP to be doing this, first. And second, I believe that the Congress government and the Home Ministry and the criminal justice system of Karnataka is very, very well equipped. Not only have we apprehended people who are responsible, the investigation is already underway, first. And second, let me ask the BJP, when the state has not delayed investigation, when the state has not delayed actually bringing somebody on suspicions of having committed this brutal act, when the Home Minister, ministers, and MLAs of that region have reassured and also ensured peace in that area so that you do not have any sort of communal fallout, do you not believe the state is equipped to handle this matter? Because Anand is also a Kannadiga, I am also a Kannadiga. Don't you believe that the criminal justice system and the police system of this state is capable of handling this inquiry? One. And second, Deepak, comes the question, when the Home Minister, Dr. G. Parmeshwara himself has said, we do not see the need for it in this present case, why is the BJP jumping the gun? Do you want me to go into the several different cases of how the CBI in itself, first, they need to have a specific mandate from the state to actually come and investigate? And second, is this necessary for this matter when the state has done enough? I believe that the BJP has nothing else to offer, which is why they're asking for alternate national investigative bodies to come in and do the job, which the state is adequately doing, Deepak. If you tell me my state and my state police have not done the job, then we will see if there's a possibility.
A quick question. The BJP spokesperson wants to come in.
Yes, I want to ask.
Okay, the BJP spokesperson wants to come in, but before he does, I'm going to ask Mr. Grover as well to come in here, because Mr. Grover, I've been speaking to a lot of police officials, who have been saying that at this point in time, we feel that we have cracked the case, primarily because this was a missing complaint initially. After the missing complaint was filed, the police began investigating. They get leads that it could be a case of murder. They arrest a couple of individuals. Now, they have disposed the body in an undisclosed location initially, which the police finally managed to track down. Now, if they didn't get hold of the actual accused in this particular case, would the tracing of the body even be possible, is the question, Mr. Grover. So, where does the question of the police not doing an efficient job here come up?
Well, see, Deepak, one thing very clear about this, certainly politicians want to play politics over this because this is something which is their bread and butter. But the fact of the matter is, as you very rightly said, and what we have also gathered from the different sources, is the fact that the police investigation at this juncture where the body has been discovered, 2 accused have been caught, and as you rightly said, that if it was somebody who had been just picked up, there would be no confession which would have, it's practically a confession which has come where the body has been identified. The entire nature of the murder which has been elaborated itself clearly shows that this is something where the police investigation is on the right track. Now, politicizing the issue may help politicians, but does not help the society. And that's something where, the politicians should understand that, it's beyond politics, that, these kind of sensitive matters should be handled, where the politicians should come together to help the police investigate and seal the case rather than, trying to handle the CBI. The BJP, which today is demanding a CBI inquiry, if this incident happened about months back, still the same, or would they have the trust in the Karnataka police? And that's something, that we all need to introspect and decide that, when the case is practically closed, where is the need for a CBI inquiry? Not just for the fact that it could, give a political color to it, but the fact is that, this is something where the people of the state need reassurance and political games should stop on this.
Okay. Mr. Grover, we are very short on time on this particular debate. All the three of you are with us, of course, on the next issue as well. I'll quickly take a rebuttal from Mr. Anand. Let me, in fact, get him in because he wanted to rebut the Congress spokesperson. Go ahead.
Basically, a Congress government, as soon as it took over, it did some ad hoc transfers. Along with that, an accused who was, has amassed a lot of wealth, was demoted and posted back to Raichur within 3 or 4 days. That's what Congress did, okay, in one of the cases. And they are arm twisting officials through transfers. That is the reason why we feel this government has not settled in much. And there is some political motives which are going on here, which is not, something which we are telling. The Jain monk himself has requested a, proper probe, and he has also, told clearly that he is going to go to a Slike Vrata. If that happens, the entire Jain community will feel, very depressed, and they will also feel that the governments have let them down. That is why the political interference from whoever is happening. Okay, it's not, politicizing the issue. And we have confidence in the system that is there in Karnataka. BJP has also ruled the state, and we know that our police officials are, efficient, intelligent, they are capable. But the Congress that is ruling the state right now are arm twisting the officials, and we are observing this from day one. And that is the reason why we want justice to be done here in the way it has to be done. And if the Congress is really transparent, they should immediately give the case to CBI instead of, manipulating the case and then giving it to them. They always do this. While they were in rule, for 5 years, when Shri Siddaramaiah was CM, there were a lot of accusations against him.
Okay, I'll have to cut this short at this point in time, because we have another story where all the three of you, of course, continue to join us. Mr. Gurumurthy, thank you for your views there. Let's hope, of course, the police here get to the bottom of whatever has happened, and it's a fair trial overall, because at the end of the day, of course, it's a monk who was revered, and it's a ghastly death that we've, of course, seen. Moving on to another story from Karnataka itself. 2 months after forming the government with a thumping majority, the Congress government has begun implementation of its biggest poll promise, the Anna Bhagya scheme. The government here had promised 10 kilos of rice every month for the BPL families, 5 kgs which the centre had already, of course, been providing, and an additional 5 kilo which the state government will provide. However, of course, instead of rice at this point in time, the Karnataka government is giving out cash to all the BPL households in the state due to the Food Corporation of India's refusal initially to provide them rice, and then, of course, them not able to procure the quantity in the price from other avenues as well. At this point, 170 rupees will be transferred every month into the account of the beneficiaries, a move which Chief Minister Siddaramaiah says is a stopgap solution till they're actually able to procure rice. Now, I would like to ask, as we have Mr. Gurumurthy and I believe even Aishwarya with us. Mr. Gurumurthy, a quick question here, because there's a lot of talks about what exactly did the FCI do here. Before I come to you, we have a small reaction, I believe. Let's listen to that.
So ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಅದೊಂದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಏನು ನಾವು ಮಾತು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಆ ಮಾತಿಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಜಕಾರಣ ಮಾತಾಡೋದೇನು ಅರ್ಥ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾರ್ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಏನೇನು ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ವಿಧಾನಸೌಧದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಬಟ್ ಒಂದು ಬಸವಣ್ಣನ ನಾಡು ನುಡಿದಂತೆ ನಡೆದಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೂ ನಡೀತೇವೆ. ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೆ 200 ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಉಚಿತ, 2,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಖಚಿತ, 10 kg ನಿಶ್ಚಿತ ಅಂತ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಡೀ ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ದೇಶದ ಅನೇಕ ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಯೋಜನೆ ಒಂದು ಮಾದರಿ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಗ್ತದೆ.
Well, requesting all the guests, of course, who are with us, let's keep our answers quick, but I really want to know from the BJP spokesperson here. The FCI has held an auction, e-auction, very recently. There are no takers at this point in time in the e-auction. What will you do if, the rice gets stale when it's in storage? Because right now, we do have a DBT scheme that has been initiated, which, of course, initially you said give cash, but now you've also said giving cash is the wrong way forward for the Congress party.
For example, you are telling FCI. FCI knows its limitations, and FCI knows the stock, and that's why they have given whatever they have given as this thing to Karnataka government. Now, the most important thing here you are missing here, that is Congress promised 10 kgs over to the 5 kg that is given by the central government under the same scheme. Okay, so 10 kgs they have to give, which means they have to give 340 rupees. Instead, they are giving only 170 rupees. So again, they are not people who are going to keep up their promise. They are always going to do some, basic things, and then, try to go about till the next election, which is in 2024, the general elections. That's all is their motive, to hang on to power, tell lies, come to power, and then hang on to power. So Congress is still cheating people by not giving 340 rupees, which would be the 10 kg rice price. Okay, they are giving 170 rupees, which is again, they are cheating the people of Karnataka.
Well, Mr. Gurumurthy, I mean, interesting that you bring up this point time and again, but I'm not getting the answer as to what happened to the e-auction. More importantly, it was the BJP which at one point in time said, well, let's give money if you're not able to procure the rice. Now you're opposing that as well. I do, of course, have my own concerns when it comes to just giving money to the BPL families, whether it will actually be used to buy the food grains. Let me get Aishwarya quickly here. Aishwarya,
I'm just telling they should have
given. Okay, quickly, Mr. Gurumurthy, I have a couple of minutes.
Yeah, 10 kg rice is 340 rupees. They should.
No, I'm not really telling you. I'm saying, the BJP stand. All that I'm mentioning is about the BJP stand.
I am not. You are not. I am the spokesperson. I have to mention BJP stand. I am very clear. Okay, we have told them to, whatever you are doing. Okay, go ahead because you have promised. But they're still cheating people. They have to give 340 rupees. Instead, they're only giving 170 rupees. They're clearly cheating people, which is something which journalists like you have to point out.
Okay, let's ask Lavanya then. Lavanya, they say that, the promise was 10 kilos of rice. 5 kilos is being given by the center. So where is the 10 kilos by the state? Aishwarya, I beg your pardon. Aishwarya, go ahead.
Good evening, Deepak. I think first and foremost with the BJP, they kept saying we're not going to implement our promises. This is the third promise that we have now implemented. So they're now trying to look for the needle in the haystack to try and for the heck of it, try and criticize us for what is happening. But let's be honest, we have given free bus travel to women. We have also already bought into forced free electricity, and Annabhagya is the third. But the reality here, which is extremely shameful, is the large sort of politicization which has affected 1.28 crore poor families in Karnataka. Where, for example, the FCI said under the OMSS, you have to buy at 34, but we will not allow states to procure. Yes. Then they allow 3.86 lakh tons to be sold in open market to private individuals at a lower price. And how much gets procured? Only 170 tons. And now what is it? FCI's systemic problem has always been rot and warehousing issues. So the FCI would rather allow grain to go bad than to feed the poor of Karnataka. And that is the level of politics that the BJP is willing to pay. So tell me now, when you said we cannot sell to a state so much, and when only 170 tons has been sold in to the private market, do you not believe the FCI should have some sort of humanity to at least offer to sell to states that are willing to buy? But this is the sort of petty politics the BJP will do.
Private market
because the BJP, 1 second, I did not interrupt you. I think certain...
That is something which you are taking from the clue that is given by the anchor. It is untrue that, the private market is picking up things. So
go ahead. You still don't make
should not take as a cue.
Let
they
him
are trying
complete.
to put words into your mouth. That's not the right way. That's what I'm trying to tell.
Are you done?
Mr. Gurumurthy, you can rebut. Let her complete. You can rebut. I'll give you, finishing remarks.
Please.
I'll give you time for your finishing remarks. Go ahead, Aishwarya, go ahead.
Deepak, the fact of the matter remains today, we had promised 10 kilos of rice for every BPL family. The central government played politics. And now, even at literally, they're cutting off their nose, as they say, to spite whatever it is. And because they could have given it to us, we would have bought it at 34. But even at 31 and lower, you do not have takers. But the FCI would rather risk their grain going to
Aishwarya, I'm really short of time. I'll have to cut you off there. I'm going to get a quick rebuttal. It's only 20 seconds that you have, Mr. Gurumurthy. Quickly, if you could rebut that, I need to take in Mr. Grover's opinion before we wrap in a minute.
Edible rice that was available for distribution will not be auctioned in any way, and that the central government is very clear.
This is edible rice at 31. This is not the grain for ethanol processing. Don't lie. Don't lie on it.
Wait for a second, okay?
When I can go down to the bylaws, you are talking about the rice being sold at 20 for ethanol processing. This is consumptive rice at 31.
Okay, let me in fact get in Mr. Grover here. Mr. Grover, let's not get into this political debate of the FCI anymore. A quick question to you. Do you think that the DBT scheme is actually helpful to the BPL families, or do you think there's a good chance that the money could be misused? A quick answer, please.
Deepak, as far as DBT is concerned, though the money may go into the account, but the fact of the matter remains that at 34 rupees a kg, you do not get rice in the open market. Good quality rice is above 45, 50 rupees a kg. So, while we say 5 kgs of rice is what 34, 170 rupees being given, but the fact is the person who gets the money would actually end up getting only about 3 or 3.5 kgs. So, politics apart, the fact is that DBT may not be the best option, but certainly this is something where at least it's as a compromise formula and something where, the beneficiaries are getting something in lieu of the 5 kg rice which was promised. And as far as Mr. Gurumurthy said that, 5 kg plus 10 kg, practically every state has renamed the schemes. So if it was 5 plus 5, that's what 10 kgs, or there is
Right.
a clarity which needs to come. But certainly every state has renamed the central schemes, and this should have been actually highlighted instead of trying to say that people have been shortchanged.
Okay, interesting there. Thank you, Aishwarya. Thank you, Anand. And thank you, Mr. Grover, all of you all for joining us on the debate and sharing your thoughts. Of course, interesting now that the DPD scheme has begun. Let's, of course, see how the people, of course, respond. But like Mr. Grover was saying, probably the 5 kilos that the government has promised may not be available. Let's, of course, see how the, entire issue around FCI not providing rice, that turns out, while the next auction by FCI, the e-auction, is on the 12th of July. With that, we, of course, conclude this particular debate. And we'll really have to see, while this issue continues, how the state governments deal with it.